You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like life, I'll rise.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound.
Oh my goodness, we have an audience. Hi everybody, welcome to the Black NewsBeat. How you doing? Hey. Well, welcome to the Black NewsBeat. We are live from HURSTON Manor. This evening is quite a nice little showing tonight. We still have folks on the way. Cough, cough. Some of the folks are late. They're still texting you right now. Come on down. We're at HURSTON Manor. We got some beer and wine. We had a little happy hour. We had a little piano situation going on. We are having a good time over here. So I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. We are, again, at HURSTON Manor. That's 315 South Front Street. This is the YPOC house. If you haven't been here, you should come by. Do you guys like the space?
Yes.
It's quite. Shout out to Cache Domain whenever we're in the space. She's the one who designed the space and did everything in the space. So we're very excited to have, just be able to do that. So yeah, it's been quite a great time. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
It's 2023 and it's very weird. How is it already 2023 and it's already we're almost already in the middle of January. That's crazy. So I'm happy that it's 2023. I'm excited about that. I made a lot of New Year's resolutions and I've broken almost all of them. How about you guys? I said I wasn't gonna be drinking. Look at this cup. Okay. Sip. Right, sip. It's just a sip, exactly. It's also 31 days until my husband and I go to Trinidad. We are so excited. We are going for Trinidad Carnival 2023.
Yes.
It is going to be amazing. We're going to do one show from there just to make you guys jealous while you guys are in the snow probably. So just want to make sure you know that we're going to do that. And so we got a lot to cover today. We have wonderful guests today. We're going to get to that. But before that, hey, Yanni.
Yes.
Hey, Basir.
Yeah.
Did y'all share the stream?
Doing it right now.
Because we're live tonight. So everybody take out your little phone like this. I'm about to say we are live, right? And share. And just, let folks know to come and hop on in the room. We have I also want to say shout out to the internet crew on Facebook and YouTube. Last show was excellent. We had so many great questions. People telling us their New Year's resolutions. People telling us the amazing things they were doing in 2023, what they were leaving behind in 2022. And that's such an important exercise for me because it helps me to kind of reset, right? And then we have so many chances to reset. My next favorite time to reset is coming up, which is the Lunar New Year. And then my next favorite time to reset is spring equinox. So there are so many good reset points. I love spring equinox because it starts off my birthday season, obviously. I'm going to be 42 in April. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to do something. So I am excited about that. So you still, if you missed the New Year's and making a resolution, you still have time, right? You still could do the Lunar New Year. You can do the spring equinox. You have time. So take a moment, share the stream. We are actually doing live tonight instead of putting up the episode on Friday. So join us. Tell your friends. So let's do a quick check-in. How y'all doing?
Good.
I just want to say it is a wild season right now. Have you guys been paying attention to what's happening in state government? Very weird. Lots going on. Okay. We are inaugurating a new governor on the 17th. A new governor. We have our first Black lieutenant governor is going to be sworn in on January 17th. That's crazy. I mean, I'm so excited about that. I think it's going to be a good opportunity, at least to have some kind of representation, which I think is important. Oh, that's me. Maybe. So I think that's important to have representation and to have, at least some faces there and people that we think will do a good job. But we're gonna hold them accountable though, because we don't know. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, so we don't know. We're gonna check you out once then. So we're gonna see. Okay, we're gonna see. So the other thing that's happening is we had a really weird transition for Speaker of the House. Very strange on both the national and the state level. Very weird. So let's talk about that. We also have Kevin McCarthy and how the girls is about to fight on the House floor over him, about to fight Matt Gaetz. Look at that weirdo. But did y'all see they was about to fight on the state House floor too? Yes, honey.
Yes,
so they swore. So first of all, this has been a crazy week. So last Tuesday, right? everybody was expecting for Joanna McClinton to be the Speaker of the House. Nobody really knows what happens. There was some backdoor deals done, and out pops Mark Rossi. He is now the Speaker of the House in Pennsylvania. What happened? Nobody knows. But the big compromise was that he would change his D to an I so that nobody would get the majority in the state house. Well, guess what he didn't do? Change his D to an I. He is still a Democrat. And now they're calling for his resignation, and the person who nominated him, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it is crazy in there. And even more interestingly, Mark Rossi decided that he was going to hold up. And so Governor Wolf called a special session to advance one of Mark Rossi's priorities, which was opening a peer window for child sex abuse victims to sue their abusers. And so the Republicans want to package that in with some interesting things. They want to package it in with voter ID. They want to package it in with election audits and some other things. And so Mark Rossi said, we ain't doing nothing until y'all vote on this. And I was like, okay, Mark Rossi, I didn't see you there at all, okay? So he's holding up everything until they vote on that. So this makes things complicated because there are special elections supposed to happen. There's all kinds of things that are supposed to happen. So we're going to keep our eye on that. I'm very excited. I signed up to be a volunteer for the inauguration because did anybody got a ticket to go to the inauguration? It's quiet in here. It is quiet in here, Shapiro. It was sold out in 2 weeks. You didn't get us no tickets over here at the Black NewsBeat, and we're very upset about it. But I do have a good friend. Shout out to my good friend who might get me a ticket. But if y'all want to go to the inauguration, sign up to be a volunteer by Friday. I'll put the link on the live, and hopefully you'll get picked. I don't know, they're being real choosy, so I can't make no promises, but do sign up to be a volunteer and see if you can get in there next Tuesday. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. Yeah. The inauguration is in Lidditz. Ooh. Y'all ever been to Rock Lidditz for anything? It sounds like a really nice venue. Okay. So we'll see. It sounds like it's like a whole performing arts concert type venue. So we'll see how that works out. So tonight we have really, I just want to say shout out to the guests. This is going to be a beautiful show. Pastor Joshua C. Robertson from the Rock Church is in the house. Hey! Mr. Darius Davis, our artist extraordinaire in the house. Yes. So Darius does like 9 different things. So I was like, right, Darius is a painter. Oh, right, Darius is a photographer. Oh, right, Darius does like 5 other things. So it's going to be great to talk to him about that. And then we have Marion Toro here. Now, Marion is a very accomplished artiste. She's a voice artist, and she does voice acting on various different shows. She's going to talk to us about that tonight. So before we get started with all that, we got some other things to talk about. Let's sweep these streets. Let's see what's going on. Cover here because it has been a couple of weeks. So Christmas happened, New Year's happened, but we have stuff that still spans Christmas and New Year's. So first of all, it's the self-incrimination for me. Let's talk about Tory Lanez. So there's some guys here, so I don't know what side of the fence y'all fell on, but black men talk about it. Were very loud. Try to shit on Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, she's a liar. They did. They were very loud. And guess what happened, guys? He played himself. Yes, he did. Big time. Yes, he did. So there was a whole tape that came out. This Negro, I can't say the other one I want to say because white people are watching. And I don't want y'all to think y'all can say it. Right. This Negro decided that he was going to call Kelsey from jail and literally confess to his crime. Lord. Okay, let's talk about the crimes he committed. Let's talk about the facts of the case. Let's talk about the facts of what happened. So he made the call from jail. So it was recorded, dummy. Okay. He tried to find out where Meg Thee Stallion was several times. He didn't really ask how Meg was, but where she was several times. That's very key. That's very key to what he was trying to do for that call. It bears repeating that he gave a lot of information about the incident and his part in it on a recorded line. Now, for his credit, which, context clues, he never actually mentions the shooting directly, but that's what the rest of the evidence is for, okay? And after all that ruckus that was going on during the trial, they have been quieter than ever. I haven't heard, jump scare. I guess everybody's nervous. Haven't heard anything from them. But I just want to mention that. Make of that what you wrote. I'm gonna keep going. Next, So we know our beloved Brittany Griner is now home. She was released, and she, that was a whole nother one where, again, the black man.
Not me.
Brothers in the room. You guys are going to be the folks that get everybody together in 2023 because they were like, oh, she knew better. They should have brought the Marine home. I just want to remind everybody that the Marine, he was actually a disgrace. He was dishonorably discharged because he was stealing, fraud, stole $10,000, tried to steal $10,000 from the military. So not really a Marine. He was a civilian just like everybody else. She's out. She's, trying to get her life back together. They welcomed her with a cookout, as you should, in beautiful fashion. But now she is on a campaign to get folks to write letters for Mr. Paul Whelan, the disgraced person, the Marine, to get him home. And I am so happy for her, but why? Who was not writing letters about this man?
Okay.
Who wasn't writing letters for him? I know who it was. It was all of the newly minted forensic specialists and international relations folks who hadn't heard of Paul Whelan before December 8th. That's who was not writing the letters. So she is now going on a campaign, God bless her, to try and get this man home. There's also another actual teacher that was, and the funny part about the other two people that were stuck over there for similar charges. So Mr. Whelan, he's on some other stuff. He had this drive with some names and nobody really knows the story because they cut the cameras because he was yelling in court. But there's also another teacher over there. And this man wrapped up cartridges and put it on kinds of places and was really, he was intentional with his. Brittany sticks by her story that she really didn't know what was going on. But so now she's trying to get letters home to him. And all I have to say is this. This is not on her. This is that syndrome where we expect Black women to be
Save
everybody, right? We can barely save ourselves, but now we are required and expected to save every other person. And not only not this fair, but I want to say this to Brittany, you can relax. You don't have to do nothing else. You can just sit down. You could enjoy yourself. You could just enjoy being home with your wife. I mean, and you could literally just let the white people handle it. Okay, that's what I want to say about that. And next. My last one is, no, it's not the last one, honey. So, is R. Kelly really making music from behind bars? That's weird. Now, I just want to say,
the Pied Piper of R&B,
right? The Pied Piper of prison, apparently. But what I think is interesting about the clips that were released is that it was literally. I didn't know it was so bad. I'm paraphrasing because I really only listened to 4 seconds because I was very disgusted. I didn't know it was so bad to like younger women, sir. Let's stop. Let's stop the cap. It was not younger women. It was literal 13-year-olds that you were courting like they were older women because you have mommy issues. But we won't get into that. So a close source. So let's talk about the charges he actually was literally admitting to on tape, racketeering, counts of child pornography, counts of enticing a minor, right? Talking about something I didn't know it was so bad. Yes, you did. A close source of the situation told Variety that the album was released by the Los Angeles-based label Real Talk because all of a sudden, nobody knows how it got onto Spotify and Apple Music. Now, these are the two biggest platforms in the world. How do y'all not know how it got on there? So now they're going to trace it back. Real Talk Entertainment, who was connected to Legacy Recordings, who was connected to Sony, Universal Music Group, who allegedly was connected to Sony. A source tells Variety that all of a sudden nobody knew how it got onto these platforms. Very weird to me. To their credit, somebody says, they upload hundreds of thousands of songs every month. Okay, but y'all don't have a flag yet for R. Kelly? I thought y'all banned his music anyway. So, and given all that R. Kelly has done, do you know some people are still out there supporting him, supporting his music? I literally saw a man on Twitter. He was still hanging on to this idea that teen girls who were groomed by R. Kelly, that they were asking for it. I'm really sick of it at this point. It seems that some are not ready to admit to themselves that this brother's bright talent has an undeniable underlying darkness that highlights behaviors that need to be removed from society. Yes, R. Kelly may have made a few bangers. Well, a lot of bangers, but I digress. Back in the day. But at what point are we going to hold abusers accountable for their actions when we know they're wrong? Especially in our society, not just in the courts, because the courts found what they found and still people were like, well, I don't know. How would you feel? And I don't even like to ask that question. how would you feel if your sister, your aunt, your cousin, your niece, your daughter? Because listen, what if it was you, Black boys and girls and people of all genders and races and everything get abused every day? So, how would we feel if it was how would I feel if that was me and I was a child or somebody that was connected to me? And so I say hold abusers accountable in our communities today and always. And can I get a toot toot and a beep beep for that?
Yes.
Toot toot, beep beep. Thank you. Okay. So now speaking of Street in the Streets, we have a local story that we must cover. We got to talk about our city streets, child. Whew. Our city needs to make our streets safer for pedestrians and cyclists. We fixed 2nd Street. It's still giving Donkey Kong for the most part, but it's fixed. Okay, we fixed certain areas like 3rd Street and Chestnut Street, but our city engineers, shouldn't we start focusing back on Allison Hills? Shouldn't we start focusing on Cameron Street? It was less than 2 weeks ago, because we're just now getting into the day 12 of the new year, where a young woman lost her life at the corner of Cameron and Paxton when she was hit by a tractor trailer.
Dang.
Yeah, that just happened. They just had a memorial last Friday. In the last few years, Harrisburg's plans to fix the busiest streets have moved as fast as the Susquehanna River right now in January. Not fast at all. It's frozen. The plans are frozen. So hey, Vision Zero, what say you? How many on in tonight who are in the Harrisburg area? How many of you are familiar with Vision Zero? Anybody?
No.
Exactly, because we haven't heard about it. It's a 10-year plan for zero accident culture in Harrisburg. And guess what year we're in of the plan? 5. We're in year 5 of the plan. Correct. The plan started in 2018. So Vision Strategy is Vision Zero is Harrisburg's strategy to eliminate traffic fatalities and serious injuries in the city within 10 years. Vision Zero strategies are in use around the country and around the world. But in Harrisburg, Vision Zero is supposed to be a citywide program that focuses on the safety for all road users. Those who walk, ride bicycles, ride the bus, and driving cars, everybody. So 10 years, we're already in year 5, and it looks like the fatalities are increasing. Seems like we're moving in the opposite direction. 4 people died being hit by a bike last year, and many more were hit by bikes and survived. So can we as a city at least please increase the pace of development when it comes to pedestrian safety and biker safety in the city? And we all need to show up to our meetings. Listen, we have a city council. If you work or live in the city of Harrisburg, not just live, right? Because a lot of times we have folks who come and use the city roadways and use the city resources, but they do not actually contribute to making the city safer. So we need people who work and live in the city to show up to these meetings, voice their concerns and demand that these projects get moving much quicker, because people who are riding bikes matter. People who are walking around our city matter. Yes. And they are the bulk of are also the lower SES, lower socioeconomic status. Poor people who can't afford cars, can't afford to keep a car in the city. It is expensive to keep a car in the city. You get ticketed, you will get towed, you have to pay for expensive parking. We live down here, we're in Shipoke tonight. There's not a lot of good parking around here. Sorry about that, guys. And so, we want people to be able to access anything they want in the city it's in walking distance. I can literally walk from here to Eddie's in about an hour, right? So let's make the city really safe for everyone, right?
Yes.
Right. They don't sound like they want to make the city really safe. All right, now to movies and melanin. Now, media and melanin is one of my favorite segments because we get to talk about what Black people are doing on screen. I am so excited about tonight's little catch up. Yes. So first of all, I am still finishing my Christmas movies, okay? So I will be done with those at the end of January, just FYI, but I won't talk about any of them. But our favorites are back. Abbott Elementary is back. Did you see the our teacher, Mr. Gregory, his character, everybody, his Chris, I forget his name right now. One golden globe. Very excited about him. He did an excellent job. Mama Wakanda, all right. Angela Bassett won Golden Globe. This is Marvel's first Golden Globe for acting. Golden Globe for acting. And so that was an exciting night. But before I get to the best part of the Golden Globes, which will be Gerard Carmichael, we'll talk about him in 1 second. Bel-Air's coming back this month. So excited. Can't wait to see what Carlton is crying about this season, and I want all the poor decisions that Hillary will make. I'm so excited about it. I get to lose myself in these characters. It's gonna be amazing. And Kid Kid on Hulu, I'm watching. I'm trying to watch Kid Kid. So, it's weird and kind of scary. It's about a young writer who teleports back into playtime. Why? And my face goes, well, who the fuck needs this? Like, who needs it? We'll see what happens. What are y'all watching? Are y'all watching anything fun? Black people on screen? White, brown people on screen?
Amazon with the folks from Liberia.
Amazon, the folks from Liberia.
The hair care company.
Hair care company. Girl, no.
Oh, the
Just
one.
keep watching Best Man.
Keep what? Oh, we already talked about this, and Basir is still excited about it. He really wants to watch. He really wants y'all to. Have y'all watched Best Man yet? Oh, there are still people in this room. It's okay. I'll get over it. Y'all, it's real good. Now, first of all, let me tell you how to watch it. Watch it with, you need a drink, okay? Because a lot happens in the first 2 episodes and you just need to pace yourself. It's a lot. So get your drink it slow, okay? Sippy cup preferred, all right?
Yeah.
Second, after you watch 2 episodes, go back and watch Best Man, then watch Best Man Holiday. Or if you're like me and you are, as I said, you're not licorice or just greedy, go watch all of the episodes and then go back and watch Best Man Holiday, and then watch all the episodes again. Okay?
Okay.
Worth it, okay?
BNB.
Right? Which one? Which one?
Black Mafia Family. BNB.
Yes, Black Mafia
Yes,
Family.
yes,
That's another
yes.
good one. I like that. Yeah, that I started and fell asleep on because that's what I do now, because 41. All right. And then, so let's get back to George Carmichael. Did you guys see the opening of the Golden Globes? If you have not seen the masterpiece that is Gerard Carmichael for the Golden Globes, go back and watch this, because he is not only hilarious, you know, the Golden Globes were off the air last year. They didn't air the short down ceremony because they were high key accused of racism, right? Well, guess what? In their entire history of the Golden Globes, they never had what is it called, the international film, who they are, never had a Black person as a member until this year. So Gerard Carmichael literally goes through and talks about why he's there. He's not here because I'm Black. That's why I'm here.
Yes.
And when they asked him to accept, the Black producer called him, we got him to be Black. And he said, well, you're the actor because I'm Black. And you're talented. And the funny thing he said was, well, they wouldn't tell him he was there because he was Black, but I knew. And so I thought that was very insightful because when we're in these spaces, we all get these opportunities, right? Where you have to show up and be a part of something because people are trying to, they're in battle. They got to correct their racism now. They got to get into 2023, hopefully. And he made people aware of why he was there. And he talked to a good friend. She was like, he's like, it's principal. I can't give up my principal. He was like, how much are paid? And she told her how much they were paid. And she was like, if you don't put on a nice suit and get out there and get that money, period. Take the money, reparations. That's what I have to say about that. So I was very happy that it's 7 minutes. It's the best 7 minutes that I've seen in a while on TV. So go and take a cruise with that. And wow, we're almost at the end of our first segment. Thank you for hanging in there. This is where I talk about YPOC. So I'm always so happy to talk about YPOC. Black NewsBeat is a partnership between Young People of Color, Greater Harrisburg, and Open Stage. We're actually HURSTON MANOR tonight. We'll be back in and we are always having different events. The theater is they're going to be doing Anne Frank coming up in a couple other productions. Definitely check them out. Definitely patronize, especially because we know that we want that space to be a space for everyone in the city, Black and brown folks, everybody. And it's so funny. Every time I bring my friends into the space, they're like, we didn't even know this was here at Open Stage. I want to encourage you guys to come utilize the space. Here, the Anne Frank is very special. It's beautiful. Please check that out. For us, for YPOC, we're having amazing events coming up. We have happy hour coming up. Elise, what else we got coming up? Happy hour. The blood drive. Oh, yes. The blood drive is on Friday. We are partnering with YPD and the, is it Marion Toro? To do this blood drive at the McCormick Library from 10 to 3. Then at the end of the month, we have a happy hour at Outback, proprietor Mr. Bradley Wainwright. Is it Outback on Union Deposit? Yes. From 5 to 7 or 6 to 8, something like that. But just look up, 5 to 7, look on the website. And then we will also be looking forward to Black History Month. We'll have some programming. We'll also be partnering coming up on the 16th of Martin Luther King Day. Please visit the Allison Hill Community Center for the Penn State Health MLK Day. They'll be there from 11 to 3. They'll be doing all kinds of great things. Commercials up on the Facebook page, which we're here tonight. And then looking out for YPOC, we are already planning for Juneteenth. I just want to say about Juneteenth, we have a wonderful committee that comes together to do this work. I'm so excited. A couple folks in the room were involved. We are going strong. I'm so proud of the Harrisburg community and the leaders in the Harrisburg community who were made excited about this, who made committed to this work. If you want to join us in planning and be on our committee, please hit us up. You can drop your intentions in the chat, or you can text the YPOC page, message us, and we'll get you right into a committee. We also have committee signups on the Facebook page and on the website, so you can get right into that work. And also Mr. Floyd. So is Floyd here?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I want to shout out my friend Floyd, and Marcelici's here too, because that's not the I can't see. But it's still hi, Marcelici. So don't leave home without her, Al. So on the 16th as well. Right, Floyd?
Yes.
We are having MLK reading day all around the city, all over the region, actually, where several of us will be reading. I'll be reading really great friends of mine, and I'm excited about that reading. Please visit the YPOC page, have it up, and have it on the Black page to see where everyone is reading, and patronize one of this place. Floyd, where am I reading? I forgot.
Ross Market.
Yes, Ross Market. And it's going to be a wonderful day of reading. So please join us. And then on the 17th, it's going to be, it's going to be a great day in the Commonwealth. Everybody's going to be watching the inauguration. So have a watch party. Hang out. So it's going to be, I think, around noonish, 11 or noon for the inauguration. There'll be preamble going on. So flip on our PCN, the Pennsylvania TV, and watch the inauguration. So that's going to be great. Woo! We made it to the first segment! I'm excited. I hope you guys are hanging in. We'll be right back. We are going to come back with our first guest, Pastor Robertson. I'm so excited!
This January, you're invited. Join Penn State Health Department of Emergency Medicine for the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service 2023. This amazing event will be held on Monday, January 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Allison Hill Community Center located at 1524 Walnut Street in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Need a flu shot? Get one free at the event. You can also learn more about how to stop the spread of COVID-19. And you can take a tour of the Penn State Lion Ambulance, learn safe sleep practices for infants, plus enjoy music by our very own celebrity DJ, DJ Layro, with giveaways and more. More information will be shared on social media, and definitely follow Black NewsBeat for more updates. We can't wait to see you at this exciting community event. And guess what? It is free and open to the public. So meet us at the Allison Hill Community Center on January 16th, starting at 11 a.m. for MLK Day of Service. See you there. This has been a message from Dr. Angel Schuster, Vice Chair of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and Assistant Professor of Emergency Medicine and Pediatrics.
Great.
10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
I just want to say shout out to the in-person audience. You guys are amazing today. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I'm so excited to have everybody in the space. We are here with my first guest, Pastor Robertson, Pastor Josh of the Rock Church. How you doing?
Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. So you have been, I've seen you in different places. This is the first time I've been, I think in HURSTON and on the show, or to the show. So
usually we have Bible study on
Wednesday. Yes. So thank you for, I don't know what other Bible study we have.
Well, we didn't start in the new year, so we decided to wait one more.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
How serendipitous. So I'm glad you have us. You got to spend a little time with us. And maybe we'll pop up on Bible study one of these days. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'm a heathen, so don't get that.
Oh, no.
So Basir has been involved with, I know John Trey is, with the Rock City Learning Center. Tell us about the Learning Center and some of the work that you guys are doing there.
Sure. The Rock City Learning Center is a curated space that members of our church, myself, we created this concept of essentially doing homeschool at the church. So the kids are enrolled in a cyber charter school, and we just created a safe, supportive space for them to do their academic work. And it's been tremendously successful. We started out with 9 children last fall. By the end of the year, we ended with 30 children.
What?
And they're there 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been, and their grades have been significantly improved. We ended the year with 30 kids. 10 out of those 30 finished the year above a 90%. 12 finished above an 80%. 6 above a 70%. 2 above a 60%. So, just the results are incredible. 29 out of those 30 kids were failing when they came.
Wow.
And now they're doing exceptional work. So
that is amazing. That's really, really amazing. So I remember during the pandemic, I remember this too. Journey Church and a couple other places, they started with this community school idea. So this seems like a continuation of that. So what need is learning to fill in the community that we haven't really addressed before?
Sure. I think what we provide is, our learning coaches, or we call them learning guides, are people from the community, or people from the church. And these are people, I think our children need to be surrounded by people who are like, you're not going to fit on my watch, period. And, that's our secret sauce. It's just people who are in those classrooms who should be doing what parents do at home. But some of these kids don't have, the parental support that they need. So we have people who's just like, they come to school, they get their work, they get the instruction, the curriculum, all that comes from online. They got somebody who's watching them, making sure they're taking notes, making sure they're staying on track, and just period, you're not gonna feel like you watch. And it's been amazing to see how children respond to support.
Yes.
So I believe in what we do.
That's awesome. So you have been at the Rock Church for how long now?
So since 2018 is when we started.
Coming up on 5 years.
Coming up on 5 years.
Wow. And then pandemic years happened, and that was 30 years, and now we're 2023. How did you guys fare through the pandemic? Tell me about that.
So when the pandemic hit, we were all struck out of nowhere. We just didn't know what was going to happen, and we were tested from the very start. I had members of my church who came to me and was like, I lost my job because of the pandemic, and I believe in loyalty. And so these people have been loyal to the church. So we start hiring them to do projects around the church. And the more we kept people employed, the more God sustained the work of our hands as a church. I sincerely believe that the Rock Church would not be open if we weren't generous through the pandemic.
Wow. That's the model. That's the model. I came out of a very religious background, and I think one of the things that was always missing for me was having a church that was truly embedded in the community. And it sounds like the Rock Church is truly, from everything I've seen, heard, everyone I've ever talked to, from my husband to everybody, people in this room, everyone attests that your church is embedded in the community, which is such an important. So
Absolutely. I'm from the community.
That's right.
Right. So for me, it's like, what else would we be doing? We can do more than have church on Sunday, Bible study on Wednesday. In fact, those spaces are supposed to prepare us to be engaged.
That's absolutely right. That's right. That's so much weird. I might actually go to Bible study. So you told us your secret. But we also hear that education is not your only passion. So tell us about your passion for music.
Wow. So I like to say I'm a pastor, not period.
Yeah.
So I love, of course, education is really what helped me to be wherever I am today. Education played a significant role, but being a musician, I kind of got pushed into being a musician. My dad's a pastor, and we needed a drummer, and I became the drummer.
Oh, well, yeah.
an organ player, and I
Uh-huh.
became an organ player.
Uh-huh.
And
You gotta learn on the fly with these things.
Exactly. But it has always served me well. So when I went off to college, I always had a local church that I was, attached to and would play the organ for. And I just love music. I think it's the universal language. So it's what can make unity in any room. So I just love music. It's a big passion of mine. I wish I had enough time to do more writing.
Right.
But our music department is top tier in Harrisburg. So
I hear. There's a very good music. I heard the worship is absolutely good.
Yeah, they can really do it.
That's wonderful.
They can really do it. Those folks are really talented. So they don't need me. So I stay in my lane.
Yes, absolutely right. So if there's one thing you could tell us about your church that would entice people to come if they wanted to come, what would you say about your congregation, about the feel of your church, about the atmosphere?
So the Rock Church, we are a loving church. So I really, really love.
I love that you said that first. That's beautiful.
The people love each other. And you'll see that right away. We love God, we love one another, and it's a safe space to wrestle. So whoever is wrestling with whatever, we provide a safe space for you to come and wrestle with your faith. We believe it's faith, and so we're trusting and we're believing, and I think how it bleeds out most significantly is in the love, and profound love that we share with one another. I got two brothers here right now who I was just like, yo, I'm coming here tonight. Y'all should pop through. Both of them, they're right here. And
Yay! Hey, brothers.
it's just love. We may go to the gym after this.
Yes.
So there's more than just being at church on Sunday. We do life together.
So to wrap up our short time together, I could talk to you probably for another 45 minutes. But if we want to get into the Rock Learning Center, how do we do it?
So you can contact the church. You can call the church 717-317-9165, or you can email admin@rockchurchhbg.com.
One more time, the email address and the phone number.
Admin, short for administration, at rockchurchhbg.com, or you can call us at 717-317-9165, or you can go to the website, the rockchurchhbg.com, and those are ways that you can get connected.
Wonderful. And if we wanted to pop in for a service, when should we come and where should we go?
Sure. Sunday mornings at 9:30. I will get there a few minutes early. We have a parking lot, but that fills up kind of fast.
Okay.
But yeah, come on some Sunday morning at 9:30. We'd love to have you. We're going to love on you, and if you want to serve in the community, anyone can do that with us. So our arms are always open for people who are looking for safe avenues to serve in the community. We love God, we love one another, and we try to make that known by how we serve people around us who are in need of service and need of community.
Absolutely. Well, this has been very enlightening. I've learned a lot. And will you stick around and hang out with us for a few minutes?
Absolutely.
This is it. Please give it up for Pastor Josh. And, we are very happy in our community. This work is beautiful. And thank you for being sure.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, that was nice, wasn't it? I quite liked it myself.
We will be right back with our next guest. You don't take on for a second, okay? See y'all soon.
Calling all members of the Greater Harrisburg community. We need you. We would love for you to join the YPOC and become a part of our leadership team. Would you like to join our board and get great perks and access in the community? Think about it and let us know. We'd love for you to contact us as soon as possible if you are ready. You can email us at info@ypoc-hbg.org. This January, you're invited. Join Penn State Health Department of Emergency Medicine for the Martin Luther King Jr. Date of Service 2023. This amazing event will be held on Monday, January 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Allison Hill Community Center located at 1524 Walnut Street in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Need a flu shot? Get one free at the event. You can also learn more about how to stop the spread of COVID-19. And you can take a tour of the Penn State Lion Ambulance, learn safe sleep practices for infants, plus enjoy music by our very own celebrity DJ, DJ Layro, with giveaways and more. More information will be shared on social media, and definitely follow Black NewsBeat for more updates. We can't wait to see you at this exciting community event. And guess what? It is free and open to the public. So meet us at the Allison Hill Community Center on January 16th, starting at 11 a.m. for MLK Day of Service. See you there. This has been a message from Dr. Angel Schuster, Vice Chair, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and Assistant Professor of Emergency Medicine and Pediatrics.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here with one of our talented Harrisburg multi-hyphenates, another one. Mr. Darius Davis, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. It's good to have you here. We are going to talk a little bit about you and just everything and that you're doing in your career. Is this a career for you, being an artist?
I mean, it is a career, yeah. So, I'm putting it together. I've been working on it for a couple years. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Is this what you do full time?
Not full time, not right now.
Okay. Excellent. So tell us a little bit about, so I had the pleasure of getting to work with you for Juneteenth this past year, and you did a collective piece with us, and it was really awesome. So kind of like tell us how you got into painting first, and what inspires you and how you got so good, because you're really good.
All right. Well, I started actually just like doing pencil drawings and charcoal and stuff like that. Well, actually, let me go back. When I was like 5 years old, I seen my sister was getting a lot of attention and drawing and stuff like that. So me being 5, I'm thinking that drawing means, you get attention, So I started trying to draw like my sister and stuff, but I actually took it like way further,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was a competition?
It was a competition thing, yeah. Yeah, so, I was, but it made me real interested in art and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So,
Big sisters for the win. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the last part you said?
I forget. What did I say?
Wow,
All right.
never 5 years old.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep
All right,
going.
so anyways, I was always competitive all the time. I was with pencil and charcoal and things like that. I never really got into painting until like I got, to my adult years, you see. So I say, well, I had like a down moment. And when I was in my down moment, when I got out of school, I thought there was nothing you could do with art.
Right.
So I stopped doing art.
Really?
To me, it was like, all right, gotta get the real life.
Where'd you go to school for?
I went to school for drafting design. I wanted to be an architect, but I dropped out.
Really?
Yeah.
To be an architect? That's really cool. That fits you too. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, but I dropped out because I wanted to be a rapper at that time. It's like it was somewhat of the truth. Somewhat of the truth.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love this story. Keep going. Right. I want to hear a rap.
I know, right?
I have my music side. So as an adult, it just was like work life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I had a down moment, and when I went through that down moment, depression and stuff like that, I seen a Jean-Michel Basquiat documentary.
Yeah.
And him as a painter, and I listened to a story, and it inspired me. I was like, well, that's dope. So I wanted to get into painting. So I started painting, and I didn't like it. I thought it was trash. I was about to throw it in the trash.
Really?
But I was like, before I throw this in the trash, I'm going to post it and see what people think. When I posted it, somebody, people liked it, and then somebody bought it off me for $100.
What?
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Your first painting?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? I was like, I probably do something. Money talk.
Yes.
I got inspired. So I was like, all right. So I stuck with it.
I try to still stick with it, but it took me time, like, learning painting, because that was like a different medium for me. You see what I'm saying? So I say about when I got a little bit older, it was like in my 20-somethings, so I was like, I wanted to make it into a career, I wanted to make it into a career. So, but first I had got inspired. I had a dream.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you the dream.
Okay, we gotta hear the dream.
What's the dream?
So I was at work. I had a dream I was at work. I was working and stuff, right? And as I was working, I went to go use the bathroom. So when I went to go use the bathroom, I was peeing, then it turned into the cafeteria, and I was peeing on the cafeteria table.
What?
And I was like, oh shoot, I'm about to get fired. I was like, I'm about to get fired.
You're peeing on the cafeteria table?
Yeah, and then people coming in for lunch. So I'm trying to clean it up and trying to hurry up and clean it up. I'm like, oh shoot. And the boss, he's like, come here real quick. And so he pulled me to the side. He's like, come here. He grabbed me by my arm and pulled me out of the room and said, you'll be doing great things in art. Whatever you do, stick with art. And he took me, and he took me out of the job. He took me out of the job and said, you'll be doing great things with art. He said, no matter what you do, stick with art. And he took me into a production room.
Okay.
Right? And then I woke up. So I was like, all right. I was like, this might be, what my career.
Now we gotta break this dream. Now hold on.
I'm just saying.
It has a lot of sections.
It's got a lot of sections.
Okay. But the whole point is, he took me. If you pay attention, he took me out of my job because I was working at my job.
So you
right?
start. Okay, let's go back. You started in work with the dream.
You said what?
The dream started. You were doing something.
All right. I was at the job, just working.
But okay, you were in an office or something?
No, I was in like a trailer or something like that. Like doing boxing and stuff.
Doing boxing and stuff. Okay.
Like boxes. You right?
Oh, like working with boxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm cracking me up. Yeah.
Look,
I
love this interview. Good job.
Yeah. So
then.
Yeah.
You went from the boxes in the trailer to in the bathroom.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta use the bathroom. So I was using the bathroom.
I'm about to interpret this dream.
I'm saying, I wanted to go use the bathroom like everybody else would use the bathroom, right? But as I was using the bathroom, the dream just switched up, and now I'm in the cafeteria, and I'm like, what the heck?
Peeing in the cafeteria.
Yeah, and then
So you were like peeing on the table?
Yeah, it was, you know what I mean? And I was confused myself. It's a dream, dream switched up. I was confused. I was confused myself.
But the moral of the story is,
I'm ready.
Yeah, so I'm like, but the thing is that, the authority of the job, the authority came to me and said, I need to talk to you, pulled me, right? Grabbed me by my arm, pulled me out of my job and said, no matter, we took me to it was a different environment. He said, no matter what you do, he said, stick with art. He said, you'll be doing great things with art. And he took me into a room that was a production room.
Right.
And then I woke up, and I was like, I took that as a message. I took it as,
Okay, so I don't want to belabor the point, but I do want to say something here. I think the peeing was the most significant part.
Yes,
I do. I think the urine was significant. I come from a family of dreamers, so I will say, I think it signifies, this is me personally.
Go ahead.
I know I'm serious. I think it signifies like you doing your normal thing, doing your normal routine, and then you find yourself in a surprise situation, and even though it looks like literally the worst possible situation that you could be in, somebody somewhere is going to see value in what you're doing, even if it's peeing on a table. Like seriously, and they will notice the value in you, even though you think you're in the worst spot. Because the dream for me, it was about you going into this new space and being embarrassed, maybe, right, and being not sure of yourself in a new space, right. You talked about the painting being like. You're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna post it and see. That posting is vulnerability. The peeing on the cafeteria table is vulnerability.
Yes.
Right?
I got something to say.
Yes, go ahead. That's what I was gonna say.
This is how I took it. I took it as this. The job was, and then, it switched to me peeing. I took it as me pissing on the job. Like, nah.
Period.
Doing what my craft is, which is art.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So I left that, and I actually did quit. You know what I mean? I left for like a year or two. I was doing art. I was doing like art and film and like, you know what I mean? In like 2 years, like full time at a time. At a point in time. But let me tell you this part. So when I was jumping into art, I got a message from Elise. I was like, hey, I'm Elise, Locatora,
Yeah,
all this
her
stuff.
whole spiel.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Elise,
Yeah,
from Locatora HPG, shout out.
Yeah, so I never sold like stuff at a pop-up shop before.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So in my head, I told her, I had to shoot that day. I did the shoot, and I was supposed to go there, right? But then I was trying to find a way to get out of it. You know what I mean? Because in my head, I was thinking, I was like, man, I'm gonna be looking there. I'm gonna be standing there looking stupid. Like I still didn't I didn't really believe in like that I can really sell my stuff. You see what I'm saying? My paintings and things like that. So I was like, man, I'm probably just gonna be standing there looking dumb. You know what I mean? People gonna be walking past me. So I was trying to find every excuse to get out of it. So I tried to call somebody and try to make an excuse. Nobody answered the phone. Then I tried to call Elise. It was like, it looked like it's about to rain. And she was like, I'm trying everything. She was like, nah, we still having it. Like, man, I couldn't get out of it.
Not gonna rain that.
Yeah, so I couldn't get out of it. So I was like, man, I'm gonna just go there. Like, forget it. I'm gonna just go there and just, stand whatever. So I went there. I went there, and as I set my stuff up, first I was looking at other people's, and I started noticing people start coming to my table, start asking me questions. How much is this? How much is that? I just started selling this stuff. And I sold majority everything. And I was like, you know what? I was like, all right, see, I can actually do something with this.
Absolutely.
And then from there, like I've been selling like, and I like making a lot of like copies and prints of my stuff.
We have a couple prints here at HURSTON Manor. Certainly do.
Awesome. Yeah, so that, and like I said, that dream always stuck with me. No matter what you do, stick with art. You know what I mean? So I'll be sticking with that art and that production, and film and stuff like that.
I love when messages come to me in dreams. This is wonderful. I love it. That's exciting. So you overcame some fears, overcame some different things to really step into your greatness, your passion. So, and now, I mean, I don't know if it's recent, but I mean, I kind of do. I've been watching the journey a little bit, but you are also a photographer, videographer.
Yes.
Now, so how so you overcame those kinds of fears of doing that artistic kind of medium. Now you're in this other space. How did you navigate that, and how did that come about?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah. A dream? I'm ready.
I had a dream. This is when I was a musician, right? So I had a dream.
You said he was a musician. We didn't even get to the musician part.
I completely skipped that part. I mentioned it earlier. So anyways, but at the time, all right, I wanted some music videos, and I was seeing the prices that people were charging at the time. And I was like, for that, I can like just buy my own camera and shoot my own videos, right? So anyways, I ended up having this dream that I had this big camera. And I'm like, and I'm shooting these videos and stuff like that, and like even in the dream, I had like this type of filter, like film filter, how to look and whatever. So when I woke up, I was inspired, and I was like, I'm gonna give me my own camera. So I waited till I got into a fender bender, and I brought my first camera. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't pay for my car to get fixed. I just went and got a camera. I got me a Nikon 3100. Yeah, and I took that Nikon 3100 and I started shooting videos with that. And that's what got me into learning a lot of videography and photography.
Yes. Wow.
So I'm in that car.
Period. So are you like all self-taught?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So I think this is very inspirational because I feel like a lot of people feel like they can't get into the thing of their passion because they don't have any kind of formalized education around it. So what do you say to that person who wants to get into their passion, but they're like, well, I didn't go to school for this?
I mean, there's all type of ways of learning. I watched a lot of YouTube. I bought books. I studied things. I'll even watch movies and try to break things apart and just being real vigilant and observant.
Yes.
So there's many ways of learning. Like I don't get stuck with the programming on how they try to make you seem like you have to learn this way. But there's all type of knowledge out there. So.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So if folks wanted to get a print or something that you've done, or if they want to use your services, how can they find out about you?
I would say either through Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
My Facebook is Darius Davis, and my IG is like a couple, but I would say Darius Davis or Darius Davis.
Darius Davis or Darius Davis on Instagram, Facebook, other things as well.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Anything else you want to tell the folks about?
I mean, as far as future projects, I'm working on an art show. I'm still trying to put together.
Yeah.
I wanted to call that art show Art Prophecy. you know, and
Because we have prophetic dreams about your craft. I love it.
You know, so I want to have that. I'm going to put that together. I'm also working on I'm putting out a film called Black Excellence for the fashion documentary. I never put out the final copy of it, so that's what I'm working on putting out. And I'm also supposed to put out. Well, we're putting it together still, but Backyard Business with Thomas Johnson.
Yes.
All right.
So that film we
Shout out
shot
to Thomas Johnson. He's the audience
We
tonight.
shot that. I think it was like 2 years.
You going over 2 years.
2 years.
He said, "Hurry up and put it out." That's what he said. I heard. That's amazing. So this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for coming and gracing the Black News Beat with your amazing energy. I wish you so much success in the future. We're looking forward to working with you again on anything that we can do together. You were also here when the organization had their retreat here, and you did their headshots up in the room upstairs, right? Was that you?
I don't think so.
You probably got different Darius.
Elisa's like, no, not him. Just kidding. We're gonna take that out of the record. Just a joke. And no, we didn't even drink a lot yet. Don't even. So
Happy hour.
yes, so exactly. But yeah, so this has been great. Come back for Juneteenth, hopefully, and any other projects. I'll bring up one of his prints that we have in the back. It's the one with the.
That's a nice art show. We want an art show.
He said he's working on it. Our prophecy.
It's coming.
Dang. The audience is hyped, which I love. They're great.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming, and stick around for a little bit. We'll hang out. All right, thanks. That was fun. We'll be right back with Marion Toro. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to broaden your skills in digital media creation? Are you looking to be a part of a great team? Well, we need you. The Black News Beat will be trying to fill various positions to help make our show a great success. We'll be looking for tech assistants to help on set. We'll be looking for writers to help write the show every single episode. Also need digital media assistants. Absolutely need some live audience coordinator. We'd love to open up these opportunities to high school and college students. We'd love for you to intern with us and learn more about the business and get your feet wet with a great company at Open Stage. So if you're interested, please let us know. We'll be taking applications via email. You can email us at Kimeka@kimeka.org. That's KIMEKA @KIMEKA.org. Hope to see you on the set soon.
I don't know. Oh, again? Okay, we're having a good time here. We are back, Black News Beat. We are back with a very illustrious guest. Thank you. Yes, the audience has been wonderful. And part of the reason why people are going crazy behind the camera is Elise Irvis is here. Yay! And she always brings good energy. Just in case you guys didn't know, Elise is the Chief Administrative Officer for YPOC. And so when you see her, shout her out. She's been doing amazing work for us. I think we're coming up on 4 months, aren't we, Elise? Something like that. So we're really excited. Okay, so back to our special guest, Marion Toro is here. And today we'll be talking to you about your illustrious career as a voice actress. How are you doing?
I am doing fine, thank you.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, darling. Thank you.
You look pretty. I like your hair. So cute. Nervous. So you are a voice actress. Tell us what this career is like and how you got into it.
The career is fun. You should get into it. It's a dream come true, honestly. Yeah. I love acting. So this is like my thing. Child me would really love this. In terms of getting into voiceover, it didn't start right into it. So I started doing theater when I was 9. My mom was just putting me into extracurricular activities to keep me busy, and I decided to keep going with it. So it actually decided which high school I went to. The high school didn't have a theater program. I was not going.
Okay.
And and excuse me, Nara. And then continuing on from there, actually how I chose my college. I went to Temple University.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Thank
you. I ended up doubling major in theater performance and as well as creative writing. So with that, I didn't. From there, it was a couple years after I wanted to do voiceover my junior year. I was told it was way too competitive, so don't get into it. I was like, well, that's like any other job, I guess.
Exactly.
So I ended up just kind of taking classes with a coach that I found online, a reputable gentleman, by the way. And I'll just give him a quick shout out. Charles Chuck McKibben.
I love it.
He actually worked for Mont Blanc, if anyone knows who that is, a man of 1,000 voices.
Yes.
There at Looney Tunes and so many other things. And anyhow, even though I took a few classes with him, from there I just put myself out there. So I was just like auditioning, going to a lot of the websites where they're posting casting calls, as they call them, and seeing who will pick me up. Eventually, I did get hired, and from there, it was like, oh, you've worked before. Good. Well, hired. So, obviously, as I continued to grow in it, getting more experience, I started in video games and then do animations, and from there, I was able to produce a demo because of all the work that I did.
Wow.
And yeah, so now I'm doing it full time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, great.
You are quite obviously a beautiful Black woman in this industry.
Yes.
So tell us what's that like for you being a Black woman? Are there a lot of other Black voice actors, or what's that like?
Yes, there are so many of us. There's a ton of Black voice actors. So if somehow you can't find us, you're not looking. I will tell you, one of the first, actually the only database for Black voice actors is AAVADB.com, which stands for African American Voice Acting Database.com. And, there was this whole it's not even really, how can I explain? The issue still exists where you had a lot of, especially in animation, you have a lot of Black characters that were not being voiced by, Black talent.
Really?
Yes. So
I didn't know that. I thought they were just all using Regina King.
She does tend to be a reference, Tiffany Haddish, Viola Davis. I mean, now
Viola Davis does voice acting too?
I don't know if she does,
but
they use her as a reference. Like
they
want a type. So they tend to go for non-voice actors to give us voice actors reference. But anyhow, going on with that, another wonderful database for finding Black voice actors as well as other people of color voiceover talent is the PGMvoiceoverlist.com, which just stands for PGM is People of the Global Majority. Because the truth
period, actually.
Yes. Period. And it was founded by Mr. Edward Hong. So I'm giving you more shout outs here. And it is beautiful. We are vibrant. We are still growing. We are being noticed by a lot of the big companies out there.
Wow.
And it is just, it's beautiful. So, real quick shout out to, Street Fighter 6. They were looking at us. Capcom, we'll just put that out there. I know, because I saw when they got added to the list. But
that's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's so many things that, we're out here, we're vibrant, we are growing, we're finally being seen and heard, because for the longest time, some of us, when we got started back in, 2010 and whatnot, we didn't put our picture out there because God forbid they didn't want us. Right. But now they're like, oh, and especially because Black History Month is coming up. Oh, honey, they want us. So we're out here getting ready. Yeah, it's beautiful. And yes. And so it has been very fulfilling for me because, like I said, all I've ever wanted to do, not just act, I want to act and write. And I'm actually going to do that now.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. So what is a day in, so you're doing this full time.
Mhm.
So what is the day in the life of a voice actor like?
Well, I can't speak to everyone. I can speak to me. When I wake up, when my alarm goes off, I try to do that on time. On the days that I do exactly what I'm supposed to. My alarm goes off, I wake up, make sure I do what I need to do. Wash my face, brush my teeth. Last thing you want to do is get onto the mic and, start having mouth flaps. You hear that a lot. So drink lots of water.
Really?
I don't have it right here, but just pretend there's a bottle over here. And I usually keep one with me. But, make sure that my kitty's fed. I usually try to have some breakfast so I have some energy, depending on I might work out. And then, once I'm mentally prepared, because you don't want to just jump right in. I turn on my computer, I check my email first, because gotta make sure my clients are satisfied with the work that I'm giving them.
Right.
And if I have an audition already lined up, either given to me through my agent or through other agencies that I get voice work from, if I'm not looking, then I go ahead and audition. And if it's work that a client needs, I'll go ahead and get that done first. That's very important, unless I can scoot in an audition. And then usually I just constantly check my email. I'm doing my social media, networking. So I'm out there on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, sometimes on Facebook, I'll get back on. And
Everybody's like, no.
And Instagram. And so, just showing, hey, I'm here, I post my demos, I talk about projects that I want, if I'm able to, because, NDAs and whatnot. And, reach out to, other friends and colleagues in the business, because the whole point is, with networking, you're not just doing it simply because you're trying to build your business. You want to actually have genuine relationships with the people that you're working with, you're talking to, because at the end of the day, we get it. Everyone is trying to, move up in this business, but you don't want to do the whole, oh, well, I'm big now, let me just step on you. No, actually look toward long-term, healthy relationships. So
That's amazing.
Yes.
So how long have you been doing this? Because you mentioned 2010.
Yes.
Right?
2010 is when I started getting into voiceover. I didn't get my first job until 2014. Yeah.
So you hung in there for some time.
Oh yeah, I did.
Wow.
I went full time in 2018, then had to do a day job for a little bit, and then I went back.
Those day jobs.
Yeah, right. But officially, it was March 5th, 2020. I said no. And I said that wrong. 2021. So March 5th, 2021 was when I went back full time, and I haven't looked back.
So let's talk about some of your projects. What is your? I'm gonna start with what is the most difficult project you ever done?
My most difficult project has been. I'm trying to figure it out. Why was it difficult? I need to steady myself with longer narrations. I love children's books. I love narrating those. I think anything up to 300 pages.
Yeah.
I'm anything else?
Oh.
Yeah, it's piece of cake.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Yes.
And what was your favorite project you've ever done? Favorite character?
Ooh.
Favorite anything like that. Or project or character, yeah.
I love animations and video games, Hobby.
Really?
Yes.
Tell us about video games. We got some video game lovers here.
Okay.
Namely Boss here.
Well, my latest have been in some horror visual novels and what's that, first person? This one is called Hello Puppets Midnight Show.
Hello Puppets Midnight Show. Okay.
And it is the prequel to Hello Puppets. So I play a character named Carla. She is a we call her a gripper. She's a gripper. She works in the theater in the game. I know, I'm trying to get the name, I don't know what she do. And so, she does the lighting and everything. And she's a really, really interesting character. But yeah, best way to explain it, there are these puppets that are possessed by a demon.
Oh, the puppets are possessed by
Yeah, they are possessed by a demon.
See, I don't like scary games.
No, okay. But a fun one would be, it's called Indigo 7 Quest for Love. I know, it's a very long time.
Indigo 7 Quest for Love. Okay.
Yes, and it's like, what is it? Oh my goodness, what's the name of that show? Scott. No, is it Scott Pilgrim? Oh my God, I'm gonna mess his name up. I know, right? Yeah, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And
oh, it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that, but it deals with patterns. So I love puzzles. So here you have to connect the colors together, and that way you can like beat the computer. But it has lovely music. I enjoy it a lot, and I voice one of the big daddies, Vampirella, a vampire who is messing with these kids who are just trying to enjoy a time at the beach.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. And so, like, I know I hope you're watching, but I've had a couple people who I saw on the internet, like, I want to get into voice acting. Does anybody do it? And I was like, I know somebody. She's going to be on my show. So tell folks, give them some advice. If they want to get into this line of work, what should they do?
Honestly, you just have to start. Please do not go right out and buy a microphone and because you'll start to understand the importance of a microphone and the interface. And so what an interface is what you hook your microphone up to, which helps channel the sound that's coming through the microphone and hook that up to your computer. So it doesn't matter if it's a PC or Mac. It just, you want to ensure that the connections are picking up the sound through, or taking the sound in through the mic and not anything else. So it doesn't make any, weird, odd audio noises. Yes. But I don't want to lose my train of thought. Ask the question one more time.
Yeah, how do you get into the
so how do you,
work? Yes.
So honestly, how you get into it is you can go onto YouTube. It's very easy. Or so what is it? Is it So You Want to Be a Voice Actor, or I Want to Be a Voice Actor.com? It's one of those. I really apologize. But it's very easy. You can, I would say, look online and just put in voice actor. You can go to voice acting. Oh my goodness, voiceacting.board.net. And you can go right there to the frequently asked questions, and it will help you get started. Just really kind of see what is voiceover in terms of what do you want to do it as a hobby, or you want to do it as a career? Honestly, start as a hobby. Don't just like up and quit your job and start getting a mic and everything. And really start to see, okay, this is how it goes. So understand like terms. So what is what is a microphone? What does that do? Yes, that's very important. What's an interface? What's your DAW? Honestly, it's just what do you use for recording program? I use Adobe Audition, and it's just a digital audio workspace. That's what DAW stands for. So a lot of classes, they're mostly paid, but honestly, you can go right onto YouTube, say, hey, get into voiceover, understand the basics, and then from there you can practice. You know how to do it for anyone. Just watch an animation and just start speaking into your mic, record it, of course, and then play it back. And then from there, once you start to get more confident, you can look into taking affordable classes. Now they still have it for online, so if anyone's far away, if you're not in New York or LA, it's totally fine. Again,
I was gonna say, should you move to LA? You should pick up your life and move to LA.
Do not up and start moving somewhere just because you want to try to do voiceover, but just to try to condense it, because there's so many different ways you can do it. But honestly, the only way you can do is just start trying. Go onto social media. You can ask questions, but please don't ask like 10 million questions. Some of these things, if you're not gonna like Google it, please start paying. It takes a lot of time to answer a lot of simple questions. That it's like, hey, no, like go in here. But from there, get into groups like social media groups that encourage a lot of new coming voiceover talents, and be like, hey, I like it, I'm curious, and I'm not sure where to start. Because I'm telling you, the social media groups out there are beautiful. They're lovely.
Great
Honestly,
learning communities. Yeah.
it is. It's a great learning community. So, I mean, and you're going to learn along the way, like, hey, you know what? Maybe this one's more for professional. So maybe let me just back away. But don't be intimidated by that, because also you want to learn and listen to what they're talking about.
Right.
Even if you're not experiencing that yet, you may eventually. So, bookmark. But from there, just really be consistent. I can only say is the discipline, self-discipline is very important. So, put yourself on a schedule. What time are you going to wake up? What time are you going to go, online, start searching for either making the connections to speak with individuals who you feel would assist you.
Yeah.
And have a, accountability buddy.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, did you audition today? Like, no, like, I'm scared. Like, oh, don't be scared. And everyone always says this, oh, I feel weird hearing myself. And I'm like, don't feel weird hearing yourself at all. I did that a lot. I literally sat in front of my mic and I didn't talk. I was so scared. And I didn't know what was going to come out. And now I sound like a little boy. Oh my God. So let me tell you about this one time that I went to this mall and I was like, dude, it was so amazing. Now, this is not the voice I normally use, but I'm just saying, like, if I ever wanted to get picked up, this is exactly what I would do. I mean, I guess if I wanted this voice. But, little things like that. Or, hey, did you ever go to the park today? I mean, I know I said, did you ever go to the park today? But I'm just saying this because I'm really excited. We're going to go to the park and we're going to go roller skating. Did you ever go roller skating?
Yeah.
Daddy loves taking me roller skating. It's so amazing. But yeah, you can hear me say things like this, or let's just say goodbye, Daddy. Say goodbye and do whatever you want. Now, to be very, very honest with you, I'm not exactly embarrassed by any of the voicework that I do. And let me just throw in this real quick. My husband is right here in the audience. Can I tell you about a game called Emergency Monster Team? Oh, yes, honey. I star in it. And he is a game developer. Did I tell you that?
really?
He is a game designer as well. He is my architect and my sweetheart. He's my cook. He's my everything. My son man. Anyhow.
So now they have that voice on. I got a question. So your husband's here. Does he like the voices?
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So when you guys are having quiet time.
Sure.
Which is his favorite? I guess you can ask.
I mean, I guess it's all about that. In terms of that, I mean, I'm not against it. It's just, especially when it comes to like doing like audiobooks.
Yeah.
There are,
Do you do any erotica? Have you done any erotica?
I'm looking into it.
You're looking into it. Okay, I like it. Because I always want to know, like, how does somebody like not laugh through the entire book, bro? Like, that's so funny to me.
Yeah, honestly, I would say you can if you want to. Having done audiobooks before, I would say the moments where you want to laugh, just go ahead and laugh and just, cut it out. Please listen back and make sure you cut it out. You know what hearing that. But yeah. But no, it's really, it's there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
A lot of people make beautiful living off of, doing audiobook erotica. And so you never know. You might say my name there one day.
Okay.
Like a title.
You can use a pet name. That's fine. We won't tell you. Well, this has been delightful. If right, I mean, we had to go through my Audible library. So if people want to get in touch with you or just see your work, where can they do that?
Yes, you can visit and see my work at mariontoro.com. That's MarionToro.com. And if you would like to email me, you can email me at marion@mariontoro.com. My website has all my demos, all my latest works, and yes, it's at the top and the bottom, all my handles for all my social media.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, mariontoro.com.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, give it up for Marion. That was awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out there, guys. We'll be right back with last lap. I'm so glad you came. See you in a second.
This January, you're invited. Join Penn State Health Department of Emergency Medicine for the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service 2023. This amazing event will be held on Monday, January 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Allison Hill Community Center, located at 1524 Walnut Street in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Need a flu shot? Get one free at the event. You can also learn more about how to stop the spread of COVID-19. And you can take a tour of the Penn State Lion Ambulance, learn safe sleep practices for infants, plus enjoy music by our very own celebrity DJ, DJ Layro, with giveaways and more. More information will be shared on social media, and definitely follow Black NewsBeat for more updates. We can't wait to see you at this exciting community event. And guess what? It is free and open to the public. So meet us at the Allison Hill Community Center on January 16th, starting at 11 a.m. for MLK Day of Service. See you there. This has been a message from Dr. Angel Schuster, Vice Chair of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and Assistant Professor of Emergency Medicine and Pediatrics.
This year. Well. It is last lap. I thank you guys for sticking in here. We had a little bit of every time I think the show's gonna be short, I'm like, oh, we just have to do this. Oh, we're just gonna talk a little bit. We always have a couple minutes run over, so I'm glad you guys got to be with us. For last lap, I just want to say, MLK Day is coming up. Please, commit to a day of service in memory of MLK. I think one of the biggest things that's changed my life is being service oriented. Shout out to Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, because that is where I learned a lot of my service kind of like leanings about how to serve and how to, commit to community service and be a civic servant in the community. So I'm excited to take part in all the different things that are going on at MLK, because there are a million things happening. So if you go to, look on our Facebook page, look on YPOC page, Black NewsBeat on my personal page, on our websites, everywhere you're going to find something to do. Commit to something. And then I also like to say at the end of the show, also thank you to my guests. I really think the guests were amazing tonight. Didn't you guys think the guests were great?
Yes.
So thank you very much for blessing us. Shout out to Pastor Joshua. Shout out to Darius Davis. Shout out to Marion Toro. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you guys are learning to trust your own visions. Something that I think was a common thread was these folks trusting their visions for what they wanted to do with Pastor Joshua with his church, Darius with his art, Marion with her voice acting, and trusting yourself and sticking with it, right? We heard a lot of the stories. Run this back, because I feel like there's a lot of good nuggets and a lot of good lessons. And as I say every show, be kind to yourself, love yourself. When other folks don't big you up, big up yourself. Because listen, you might be the next Marion Toro, you might be the next Darius Davis, you might be the next Pastor Joshua. So make sure that you are sticking, stick to your dream. And, when you get the weird ass dreams, okay? Prophesy over yourself, because something big is coming.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I'm happy that you guys stuck with us tonight, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll be back at Open Stage.
2 weeks.
Love y'all. Good night.
Good night.
You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like life, I'll rise.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound